Hey everyone, this is Lisa Gerber. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day. We were talking about France, and she made the comment that she thought that French people were rude. And I wasn't surprised. I hear that a lot from Americans in particular. And I don't happen to think French people are rude at all. In fact, I love everything about France and the people. But what I've observed when I am in France is that Americans expect people to speak the language, their language, English. And so they walk into shops and restaurants and they're speaking the language loudly and expect the people working there to understand them and help them in whatever their goal or objective is. And because that doesn't work like that, then they assume that French people are rude. And I think that this is something, with the best intentions, many leaders fall into when we are communicating with our teams or the communities that we serve, that we don't speak in the language of the people to whom we're speaking. I'll tell you what I mean. I'll give you a specific example. I'm working with a team in a conservation organization to secure a significant amount of funding in the neighborhood of $1 million. And one of the voting members on this committee who will decide if this funding will go through is a corporate hotel executive with a major brand. And so we talked about this one individual because we wanted to make sure that our messaging really resonated with each person so that each person would vote for this funding. And we thought about, what does this person care about? Because they certainly don't care about responsible recreation and preventing forest fires and preventing wildlife conflicts. Not because they're a bad person, but because their job and their objective at their work is not tied to that. Their objective is hotel occupancy and getting heads in beds. So we explored that, and if there is no place for their hotel guests in these mountains to go recreate, then they're not going to come stay in their hotel. So we made a slight modification in the language to talk about protecting the assets. It was less about responsible recreation and protecting the asset. And the funding went through. The vote was unanimous. So it was just a really interesting reminder when you're sharing stories, when you're communicating with teens, you have a thought bubble. You have something that you're trying to achieve. You have quotas, objectives. But when you just speak to that mind, expecting that others are going to latch into that, you're going to fall flat in your efforts and you're going to feel frustrated and even think that they are possibly rude for not understanding. More likely, if you think about what's on their mind, what's the thought bubble over their head, so that we can match thought bubbles. Match thought bubbles are a beautiful thing. So, and that's where successful storytelling is rooted. So I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to talking to you on the next one.